Laravel 11 came out a few months ago, packed with exciting changes. Today, I will show you what's changed for emails compared to Laravel 10, and in the end, go over some new quality of life features and improvements that simplify project structure and development. So be sure to stick around. First things first, let's go over the installation process, which remains pretty much the same, but has some differences worth mentioning. The most important one is that now the minimum required PHP version for Laravel 11 is PHP 8.2, whereas for Laravel 10 it was 8.1. So before trying to install the new Laravel, make sure you have the correct PHP version. To install Laravel 11, we can still use Composer, just like before. As I have it installed already, I get the nothing to install, update or remove message. Moving on, let's create a new project. To do this, we can simply run the console command Laravel new and insert the name of the project, which will be example app, since this is a demo. After initializing the installation process, we'll be prompted, as before, to pick one of the two starter kits, Breeze and Jetstream. Next, we are asked which framework for writing tests we prefer. The default used to be PHP Unit, but now it's Pest, which is a big plus for the new Laravel version, since it follows more modern testing practices. Then, just as in Laravel 10, we can choose whether or not we want to initialize the Git repository. Once the installer downloads all the necessary dependencies for our project, we can select which database we want our application to use. The default database for Laravel 10 was the robust MySQL. However, from now on, the default database is SQLite, which allows you to be productive from the get-go and start developing much faster. And do you want to run a default migration? Well, say no for now. However, I recommend you go for it if you plan to use Laravel's built-in authentication. Finally, the installer completes its job, generates the latest files, and Laravel is successfully installed in the example app directory. So what about emails? In this regard, the only difference in Laravel 11 is the addition of the new driver, Resend. Resend is a relatively new platform for developers that provides a set of APIs for sending transactional emails. And yes, it has quite a dark homepage, but you can change it in the documentation pages. Let there be light.
Let there be light.
To find Resend in Laravel 11, navigate to the config directory and open the mail.php file. It's among the drivers, just underneath postmark, where Mailgun used to be. Additionally, Mailgun isn't a default driver anymore, although it's still supported and you can use it if you wish. Other than this, everything remains identical in the email sphere, from testing and sending to validation and verification. As promised, I'll go over the structural changes in Laravel 11 and show you those quality of life features that come with the new version. But before we dive into those, why not take a little breather and hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. This way you'll stay up to date with other latest changes in the email world. Back to where we left off. On the left side, we have Laravel 11, and on the right, Laravel 10 directory structures. Starting from the top, we notice that there are only 3 files in the app directory, instead of the former 5. The missing files include exceptions and console, which in principle are not necessary for you to work on your project. By default, these directories are no longer available. If we go deeper and open the HTTP directory, we also see that there's no middleware directory, and the kernel.php file is missing from the application level. Don't worry though, these two were not removed, they were simply taken out into the wilderness of the framework itself. That is, they can still be used, redefined, and connected to your project, but it does not interfere with you, and by default, you have a cleaner project structure. Both middleware and kernel can now be specified in the app.php file, located within the Bootstrap directory. Check them out. There is the with middleware method, and for example, there is also the with exceptions method for exception handling configuration. Moving forward, we can also notice that the root directory is missing API and channels PHP files. However, if you need these files, you can easily add them with the Laravel PHP Artisan utility with the help of the following 2 commands. The next difference, which I personally adore, is in the migrations folder within the database directory. Previously, it had 4 files, which are now reduced to 3. But most importantly, the file names do not contain the date prefixes of creation of the migration anymore. In Laravel 10, the dates indicated the years 2014 to 2019, and there was a feeling that your project stretched back to 2014 and 2019, which used to lead to confusion. Fortunately, in Laravel 11, they have become more visually appealing. There's also another change in the models directory and the user model, which has mostly the same functionality, but it handles attribute casting differently in Laravel 11. In the new Laravel version, the simple array casts has evolved into a full-fledged method, so now you can add additional logic to it as needed and enjoy more flexibility. Moving on, let me change the directory real quick with the following command and open the PHP Artisan utility like so. The Artisan utility has been a fundamental part of the Laravel framework since its beginnings, and with the newest version of Laravel, it has received some new make commands. These include class, enum, and trait, which allow you to generate scaffolding code to speed up development. And with that, I've officially lost count on how many times I've said Laravel today.
Lost count.
Now that we've gone over the changes that came with Laravel 11, it's prime time to get down to coding. So let me show you how to add email sending functionality to your Laravel app and enhance your security by implementing email verification logic. See you in a minute.